Hello YouTube, this is Thompson OH737 bringing you another video, another update for the 1400 scale model airport. So we're going to get kind of straight into the update on this occasion. Starting off on a Wednesday morning, so following obviously from the last update, which was Tuesday evening, around about 9 o'clock kind of period. This is now around about 5 AM kind of period. Like I said, we'll start with the update, quite a few models to get through. So starting off with this Jet2 737-800 LS405, we'll be heading out to Paphos, registration GJZHG. This won't be going out until a bit later, around about 9:15 AM. It's due for departure. This is a bit unusual because generally speaking they kind of go out quite early, especially before the other aircraft come in, sort of like the morning period of about 8-9 o'clock. From other airports, you know. This will feature in probably the next update as well, this model, because it's on the ground for quite a while. And the next update, just to touch up on that, probably will be in 3 parts. I've been looking at schedules and thinking that's probably the best way to do it. To kind of keep the schedules as they kind of should be, not bringing in aircraft too early or too late, but the way it works, some aircraft will be in, some aircraft will depart, then other aircraft will come in, some other aircraft will depart, and then some others come in, which is why it's going to be in kind of 3 parts. And this will probably feature, I don't know if it'll feature in all 3 parts, I'm not sure, but we'll figure that out when we get to it. But just wanted to point that out, again a bit of a late departure, which is a bit unusual. Then we have this the second base Jet2 737-800 for this episode. Registration GJZBL, operating as LS177, heading out to Alicante. This is in a full swing turnaround. Obviously it came in sort of early hours of the morning, but it's getting ready for its first outbound of today, of the day. Full swing, baggage carts everywhere, and refueling, and within about 15 minutes or so the crew will be ready for the passengers to start boarding as well. Then next to that we have a TUI 757-200. This is operating as BY3382, heading out to Malaga, GOOBN. This won't be far off the Jet2 737 that's getting all catered for at the minute, or serviced. Again, another early departure. We'll be getting loaded very soon. I would just zoom out slightly, should I say. We have this DHL 757-200, operating as BCS 2130, inbound from Luton. This will be a registration GBMRE. Taxiing in. If we just zoom out, pan across pretty quickly. So if we now zoom in, as you can see, a bit of an overview there for what's occurring. So from the night stops, or some of the night traffic, I guess. Starting off with this Atlantic Airlines Lockheed Electra GLOFE, operating as MPT 022G, heading out to Guernsey, just getting a little bit loaded up there. And again, this is stays in overnight, all night. So yeah, kind of like another base aircraft, I guess you could say. Again, operating on behalf of West Atlantic, just bringing a bit of a classic aircraft back. To operate a few flights, like I said, regular service to Guernsey, like I said, just getting loaded up. Next to that we have on the right DHL 757-200, another one, operating as BCS 2134. This will be heading out to Edinburgh shortly, operating as OODLJ. This has took a few minute delay. This really should have departed before the DHL A300 that you can see at the bottom there, but the DHL A300 is pushed back as BCS 2882, again a regular service, heading out to Dublin, registration OODLW. Just to remind you, this particular service goes out to Dublin. I think it does another flight somewhere else, goes back to Dublin, and then comes back here from Dublin, and then goes out to Leipzig eventually towards the night. So this may feature in the next 4 updates, maybe, if that's how many there is based on a Wednesday schedule, as a rough guide. So that will make a return as we progress through the updates. And then probably the highlight of this update really is this model. Been waiting for this a while. I think I mentioned it previously. Waiting for this on the 748 Interactive Series UPS 747-400. This operates from Cologne and in Germany and heads out to Hong Kong using the same flight number, UPS 4. It's a single number flight number. Registration M572UP on this occasion. Again, getting a full swing, turnaround, unloading, loading, you name it, it's happening. Again, very, like I say, I was waiting quite a while for these. Normally, when I order models, I try and request them to be sent separately, just so I know in my mind that I've got them. But this was sent in a massive box with a load of other models as well that I had on pre-order. So credit to Aircraft Model Store, for putting them all in a massive box. It does make sense to do that. But where possible, I do request them to, and more often than not, they kind of do. But again, if it's something like that, I guess it's saving on fees, I guess, postage and materials for sending and stuff. So they are now in my collection, so I am happy. Initially, I didn't realise UPS actually operated to Stansted, and that's what kind of these schedules are based on. I assume they're still operating, I'm not sure. Mostly towards the night time, which is why you don't really see many pictures. But the times, I think, are going by flight radar and depicting what flights times they have. So yeah, again, something a little bit different that we haven't seen so far. Generally, this time period on each day throughout the week is roughly the same. So 5 o'clock in the morning, you'll see basically all the same aircraft. But there will be a slight variation. The base aircraft, like the base 2E, the base Jet 2 aircraft, they will rotate. The DHL operations, they will rotate. The A300 is kind of set in stone, as so is the Atlantic Airlines Lockheed Electra, but there's 2 of them, 2 different registrations to rotate with. So in some way or another, there will be slight variation if we do another update similar to this, which we already have done. But what I'm saying is the previous updates, we didn't include the UPS, if you remember correctly. I think the first update we had the Southern Air, the second we had the Etihad, because that was coming in place of the UPS because we didn't have them. And obviously this time on a Wednesday, now we have the models, managed to feature them, which is worthwhile. That's it pretty much for this update. It has been quite a decent one. Quite a few models to feature. I just wanted to give you a bit of an overview. I don't know if you can notice anything on the airport that I've added, but it is the floodlights that you can maybe see. These are from Fantasy Wings. They come in a set with the sort of docking systems, which I haven't really got a use for them, so they're still in the packaging. They have got some Chinese writing on them, so in case you are wanting to buy them and you're not sure, they do have some sort of Chinese symbols, I assume Chinese, on them. So that might affect whether you've got like a UK based airport or European based airport or whatever, or even in America possibly, or Canada or wherever. They are pretty neat things though. Maybe one day I might feature them, possibly, but for now the main purpose is the floodlights, and they are pretty well spaced out. So I've got 3 on the cargo ramp and then 3 on the main apron. So if we just pan across slightly, you'll see them. So 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. So if I just zoom in slightly just to give you a bit of a closer view, that is them. So as you can see, Very similar at the top to Herpa 1500 floodlights, but the thing that separates them in terms of detail is the base. The way they've got these barriers around them to protect the actual frame of the like the pole of the actual floodlight itself. It's pretty cool. Got a few little details in there as well. I think one of them just to the left, as we're kind of looking at it, I think that's supposed to, I think it's a FOD bin, I'm not sure. But yeah, just little details like that, really good. I am waiting for their other accessories as well. Some of their cargo accessories and stuff like that, which I don't think are far away. They keep posting pictures of them, so I don't imagine they'll be that far away. But yeah, just something to add to the thing. In terms of videos, it might not really make much difference, but I think in pictures and stuff, it's just a nice little feature. And actually, the way I've done it kind of spaced out pretty well across both aprons, both the cargo and the passenger side. At first I wasn't sure where to put them, but yeah, it's worked out quite well. And again, nice new additions. Again, the packaging, I would change the packaging. They tend to have this thing of stapling the plastic to the backing cardboard. I'm not a fan of that. You know, it's just, basically once you've opened it, it's open for good. You can't, it's not like resealable packaging like a box or anything like that, which is a bit of a shame. Maybe they could improvise on that, but again, it might just be the cost of materials and stuff, and maybe the easiest and cheapest way of doing it. That's the only downside for me in terms of their accessories, but again, you know, it's all about the actual accessories, I guess. If you're going to use them, they're going to be out of the box anyway. I just want to say, that's pretty much it for this update, guys. Nothing really much else to say. Obviously, the next update, I used to do updates on a Monday, obviously it's kind of falling on to Wednesday now. It just depends how busy I am. Just to touch up, I have got a few shifts coming up at work every Friday or so. Odd flights coming in and going out, so at least it's something. Hopefully it won't be too long before, you know, the industry picks up again. And hopefully, you know, we can sort of free roam again instead of being on lockdown. But thanks for watching. And I have to say, your support probably keeps me going during lockdown, because doing these videos, it's something to do, something to set up, and it just keeps my mind occupied, so I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.